Hey guys, it's me, Chocolate Mankey here, and this is another battle between me and xXPart990. We will be doing much more battles between just us two in the future, but we will be using different teams. With this team, I just tried to basically try and attack with speed and high attack, but it didn't exactly work out for me, but here we go. He sends out his flame, his Arcanine, and I'm going to send out my Snorlax just for defense, and my attack falls because of his Intimidate. I go for the rollout, seeing as he's fire type, and it does absolutely nothing because it's a weak move. He uses Roar, and he makes me send out my Electivire, my Boom, and he goes for the extreme speed. I don't know why he did that, but he goes for the extreme speed. It actually does quite a bit. I go for the Volt Switch because I want to deal some damage, but I don't really want to be in there with my Electivire. So I use the Volt Switch, do about 40% of it, actually 50% of his health, and I send it in my Gengar. Now I sent in my Gengar just because it's not weak to fire, but his fire type moves still do quite a bit. I just go for the Dark Pulse because it's probably one of my strongest moves, actually. He goes for Fire Fang again, I avoid it, and I kill his Arcanine with a Payback. So I'm up 6-5 right now, and he sends out his Frosty, his Abomasnow. It has snow warning, so it starts to hail, which did help me out at one point. But I switch into my Layacroc, Charcoal backwards. Notice in my last video he had a Charizard called Charcoal. So he uses Blizzard, I think it was, on my Charizard, and he withdraws Frosty and sends out his Star Power, his Starmie. And I use Heat Wave thinking that he would just stay in, which was a really terrible move on my part. It's not very effective on his Starmie, obviously, and we both get buffeted by the hail. I take back my Charizard and send out my Soldier Boy Terran. I send out my Slowking. He uses Brine on my Slowking, which makes it not very effective because it is water. He's buffeted by the hail. I'm buffeted by the hail. And now he uses Rapid Spin. I think that was just to get some damage done for some reason. I go for the Swagger. Raises his attack, but confuses him, which didn't exactly do anything for me. We both get buffeted by the hail again, and he withdraws. He takes back his Starmie. I'm still out with my Slowbro, and he sends out his Sparky, his Ampharos. Now this thing wasn't too hard for me, but it was kind of annoying. That's why, the static. He paralyzes me. Sorry. He paralyzes me. And now I'm buffeted by the hail. He's buffeted by the hail, I think. No. I bring back my Soldier Boy and I send out my my Scizor, because I thought this was my Earthquake Scizor, but it wasn't. And he uses Thunder on it. It does a lot of damage. It nearly kills me, 43 health. We're both buffeted by the hail, but my Scizor stays in there because he's pro that way. I go for the U-turn just to deal some damage and get my scissor out of there. I would have gone for the X scissor, but I didn't want to risk it. I heal back some health with my shell bell and take him back. I send out my Snorlax again, and he uses Power Gem. I don't know why he used that, but he uses it. It does a tiny bit of damage. He gets buffeted by the hail. I'm buffeted by the hail. That hail really annoyed me in the end, but heal some health with my leftovers. Apple core leftovers. He uses Thunder. I think he was expecting me to switch out, but I kept him in there, and I used Crunch just to get rid of his Ampharos. I got the crit at the one time I didn't really need it. More damage by the hail, and healing with leftovers. So now he sends out his Slapdash, his Hariyama, and this thing, seriously, this thing killed about 4 of my Pokemon, I think. I send out my Layercroc, Charizard, gonna go for the flying type move, but he gives me a close combat to the face, and my Charizard gets destroyed.
Body bag.
Yeah, body bag. His defense goes down. That's about the only thing I actually got with this Hariyama. His Hariyama and his giant hands and his giant yellow dress and his blue puffy pants. But anyway, I send out my Gengar thinking that he won't be able to affect me, and he predicts that, so he goes into his Meganium. But I just Shadow Ball anyway because I expected him to switch out, and I just knew I could Shadow Ball anything that he had left. So I Shadow Balled his Meganium. We both get buffeted by the hail, which actually helped me a bit. And I just go for a Shadow Ball again just to finish off his Meganium, and that's one dead Meganium. His foes rays have fainted because I'm just pro that way. Get buffeted by the hail again, and he sends out his Frosty, this damn Abomasnow that really annoyed me. I use a Shadow Ball thinking it'll do a decent amount of damage. It does. He uses Blizzard and kills my Gengar. Goodbye, Gengar. Gets a crit. He got quite a few crits in this match, which kind of annoyed me. I send out my Boom! And I just go for the Volt Switch because my Boom is quite a good Pokemon, and he's still got a decent amount of health left, so I don't want him to lose that health. So I bring him out, and I send out my Scizor, which was actually pointless right now, because he uses Ingrain, which helped him quite a bit. I get buffeted by the hail, which doesn't do much. He gets some health back with his Ingrain, with his roots. He uses Ice Shard and kills my Scizor. Bye bye, Scizor. Oh no, I'm wrong. I use Iron Head, and I think I kill his Abomasnow. Yes, I do. Scizor, 2 health left. 1 Iron Head killed an Abomasnow, but the Abomasnow probably had about 100 health, so it doesn't really matter anyway. I get up to 13 health with my Shell Bell, which isn't exactly going to help me because I just get buffeted by the hail and die. He sends out his Slapdat, his Hariyama, which again is going to really annoy me. I send out my Soldier Boar Terran, and he uses Close Combat, which is going to do quite a bit seeing as I am Normal type and Water type, even though it's not very effective. Lowers his defense and his special defense, and I go for the Zen Headbutt because, you know, I and just headbutt people with my giant stone head with eyes. Scary. But anyway, I use Zen Headbutt. Nearly kills his Hariyama. He gets buffeted by the hail onto red health. But so do I. I bring back my Soldier Boy because I don't want him dying. And I send out my Boom! Because my Boom is awesome. He uses Force Palm. I think it does kill him. No, he survives with 27 health and a paralysis. He gets buffeted by the hail, so do I. And I'm left with 11 health. He uses another Force Palm and kills my Boom. Bye bye Boom. He's got something like 2 health left. He gets buffeted by the hail and he doesn't die. He has literally the tiniest bit of health left and he does not die. He uses close combat on my Snorlax. It does about 20%, I think. No, it kills me. Goodbye Snorlax. He gets another crit, which annoyed me, because my Snorlax was the one thing that I thought I could kill his Hariyama with. And he gets buffeted by the hail and his Hariyama is down. Finally. Goodbye Hariyama. He sends out his Starmie. I have one Pokemon left and that is my Soldier Boy. He just gives me a Brine. And that is it. Good game, xXPart990. Stay tuned for my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.